Good morning, this is your friendly neighborhood bearded vet saying hello and good morning to all those lovers of geek and pop culture. Anyways, today I was just doing like a short video about my reaction to finding out, of course, that Kathleen Kennedy again was actually responsible for the fall of the Disneyland Star Wars park, Galaxy's Edge. As a kid, I liked going to Disney World. We only went once, but you remember it forever. I went there with my kids a couple of years ago, and it was probably the worst vacation of my life. It was so stressful. We were just running ride to ride, trying to keep up with our little schedules, because we did the express pass. And I suggest if you go to Disney World, don't do the express pass. Yeah, you get in rides faster, but you have to be at a certain ride. You have to do it a day before. You have to sign up for each ride that you go, and you have to do times. And then you have to run between fucking rides, and it's hot, and you're tired, and your kids are crying because they're tired and they're hot, and it's just stressful. My wife was freaking out the whole time trying to get place to place, and people were rude. No one gave a shit. The parks weren't like it was when I was a kid. Some of the rides were gone that I remembered loving, and then I don't know. Galaxy Edge wasn't there at the time, but I heard what Galaxy Edge turned into, and it was a fucking disappointment. Because I was really looking forward to like an OT Star Wars massive land where you can go to Tatooine and Yavin and all this cool shit. You get to see Luke Skywalker walk around, and Han Solo and Chewie and R2 and all these cool characters. Nope, of course, Kathleen Kennedy just got released, and that she is the one who made a call to Bob and said, hey, fuck the 50-year-olds who remember the love of Star Wars. Let's make our own shit because we're going to make great stories. They're better. No, you didn't. You fucked it up. I'm 33. I'm not fucking 50, and I hate your Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is absolute shit. Besides The Mandalorian and maybe Clone Wars, and that's all they have that's good. That's it. And that has nothing to do with Kathleen Kennedy. Thank fucking God, because she's a cancer. God, she's like that. What was that mythos where the king got cursed and everything he touched turned to gold? Well, Kathleen Kennedy is cursed and everything she touches turned to cancer. Because of her political bullshit. Yes, I'm going to rave. Because what we got was absolute shit. And what they had planned was actually fucking cool. They talked about, how they were already 2 years in the making of EOT at Tatooine, and it was going to be right across from where they already had the stuff. And it was going to be pretty big, and they had really all these cool plans. And guess what we got? Some world no one gives a shit about. Characters that are absolute shit. Stories that are dead. The original characters fucked and destroyed. George Lucas' legacy fucking burned to the ground for what? Identity politics and her shitty fucking characters and her goddamn cancerous, feminist, freaky fucking... Oh my God. I don't get it. This is the same thing as we just found out about that Last of Us 2. The people who are supposed to, you think, would love their characters they created, destroy them for their political fucking bullshit, and it's sad. But I'll make that another video, because that deserves its own video about the leaks and stuff. So, but why is this woman still in charge? Bob Iger, you have no fucking balls. You're supposed to be a CEO of one of the most powerful companies on the fucking planet, and you allow people to ruin everything. Disney has become absolute shit in the last 10 years. Walt Disney would be turning in his grave if he knew this is what the company that he created turned out to be. The remakes, the rehashes, their live actions of good fucking animations. Everything has been shit. Aladdin was fucking garbage. The live action Aladdin was fucking garbage. Will Smith, I like him as a character. I like him as an actor. But he's not the fucking genie. That was... No. No. You don't replace classics with... No. You just don't. There's a magic what Walt Disney and his people created. And they fucking destroyed it. Lion King was absolute shit. And now they're talking about doing a live action, what is it? Live action freaking, what was that? The Robin Hood, the Fox ones. You gotta be kidding me. Like, stop. Create your new shit. Stop burning our franchises. Stop destroying what we love. Mouse has become a fucking garbage. My kids don't even watch Disney anymore. I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. They don't watch Disney. You don't want to watch? Why? They don't give a fuck. They watch YouTube. They watch the FEG TV guy, and they watch stuff like that. They don't watch your shit. And I have a 13-year-old stepdaughter who fucking doesn't like the new Star Wars. She thinks Rey's a fucking joke. And then that's what you want, right? These young girls, these young teenagers, young kids to get into Star Wars. Well, they're not. My 10-year-old stepson doesn't even fucking care. He never talks about Star Wars. Ever. When I was his age, Star Wars was one of my favorite fucking shit. I would talk with it for hours with my dad. Because he loved Star Wars. I love Star Wars. This isn't Star Wars. It's garbage. It took 50 years, almost 50, 40 years of stories, of characters, of a universe that was fantastic, and you ruined it for your own fucking hubris. You're garbage. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. If she had any respect for Lucasfilm, she would leave. She would admit her fucking failures, and she would walk for the better of Lucasfilm, and to recover what she destroyed. She would say, you know what? This isn't what I'm good at. I should never have been the CEO. I'm not a CEO. I'm not a leader. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know Star Wars because I don't give a shit. Someone should have cared. Disney should have said, okay, Kathleen, we're going to get a couple people who know Star Wars, and they're going to test you on your knowledge of Star Wars. And if you fail, someone else becomes the head of Lucasfilm. Because if you didn't, or you say that there's someone else who's in charge of Star Wars who knows Star Wars, and you stay the fuck out of it. That's what I would have done. Fuck, if I became the head CEO of fucking Lucasfilm, and I love Star Wars, but I don't know every aspect. I've not read every single EU book. I'm not the guy who knows every little thing. I would have hired somebody who knows everything, who loves the IP, who isn't politically motivated. And I would be like, hey, you're in charge of all the Star Wars stuff. I'm going to get out of your way. Fuck, he could have just hired George Lucas to come in and run it. Say, hey, George, you don't have to be a director. We don't want to stress you out. We know you want to be with your family. You sold this because you want to be with your family. But you've already you had written 3 movies. He had 7, 8, and 9 fully written and ready to go, and you threw it in the fucking garbage because you were a garbage fucking human being. I would have made that. It's his franchise. It is his creation. You should have stuck to his story. But you didn't, because you're a fucking piece of shit. And now what? What do we got to look forward to? Clone Wars is almost over. Mando season 2 maybe but good. I have hoped for it, but the way Lucasfilm is going, I think Kathleen Kenney's gonna stick her little fingers in it, and it's gonna turn to shit and fucking quick. 2 episodes. I give it 2 episodes if Kathleen Kennedy has her say, and it dies. Absolutely. The love of Mando will just die, and it'll be like, well, that was cool. It lasted. It got 1 season that was really good. I don't get it. The hatred she must have for this community and this franchise is gotta be astounding. The way she had betrayed George Lucas, the way they stabbed him in the back, is beyond my understanding. I don't get it. How this woman has lost millions, if not billions of dollars, because they haven't earned it all back. That's bullshit that they think they made their $4 billion back. They haven't, because toys aren't selling. No one wants their new characters. It's Regan. They've already come out. The guy who makes the toys came out and said, "I'll make them, but is there a demand for them?" No, they're still making the original shit because that's all that people want. They want their Luke Skywalkers. They want their Leias. They want their Han Solos. But guess what? Leia's dead. Thanks to you, you stupid bitch. We will never get another movie with Luke, Han, and Leia together in a movie because you're a goddamn cunt. Oh, I said it. Fuck you, bitch. I am pissed. God, fucking. Galaxy's Edge should have been a level of park that could have been its own amusement park by itself. You could have made a Star Wars land by itself, and if you stuck to the original stories and you stuck to the original characters, you would have been gold. The people would have loved it. They should have had just George Lucas help them make it. I can't believe they allowed Kathleen Kennedy to fucking open her mouth. They should have told her to shut up, go to her corner, and just go. Get out of our face. You don't know what you're doing. I can't believe they haven't let her go. I don't. If I was in charge of Disney, I would publicly fire her ass. I'd have her stand on stage next to me, and I would call her a fucking bitch to her face and a cancer to my company. I would fire her and everyone she's hired for Lucasfilm. All the story group, you're all done. I'd kick you all off Lucasfilm. Because you betrayed the very foundation that made Star Wars Star Wars. George Lucas has said that the foundation of Star Wars is the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker and his story and his redemption. And they turned it to absolute shit. Because they wanted Rey to be the Wonder Rey, who could do fucking anything. And this isn't against Daisy Ridley. I think she's an alright actress. I don't get it. This shit is not entering my franchise. I'll tell you what, I'm getting a lawyer. I'm making a contract with anyone who becomes my publisher that I in control of my fucking franchise. Me. You come into if you become a writer, if I hire you and you become a writer for me and you try to fuck up my franchise, I will publicly fire you. You attack my fans, I will publicly fire you. You will sign a contract if you work for me. If this thing blows up, that says if I attack the fan base for any reason, I am now gone. I will never receive another paycheck again. I don't care. I don't know how these people think that they're better than what came before. Star Wars was a 5-star franchise, has become, what, 2? Maybe? That's generous. And that's only because of Clone Wars and Mandalorian. If you didn't have Mandalorian or the Clone Wars, zero. I wouldn't even call it Star Wars. It's not Star Wars anymore. The magic and the love that George had for his universe, the creativity that he poured into this galaxy and this universe he created was amazing. And it's sad that he handed the keys to someone he thought he could trust, and she stabbed him in the back. She must be the most hateful piece of crap. I don't understand it. And now that this whole feminist movement that this new female TV series got announced, and then find out that Disney had no idea. Of course they didn't, because she's pushing a little button. You can't fire me, ha, because Twitter will attack me, ha. Fuck Twitter. How does a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company give two shits what a fucking idiot on Twitter says? Grow some balls. This is why I would never vote for Bob Iger as president. You have the fucking balls. You know why I vote for Trump? Because he's got fucking balls. He'll tell you if you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, he does stupid shit all the time. But, God, at least the guy has fucking balls. Isn't afraid of the fucking Twitter Nazis. God damn it. How did one of the best franchises that I've ever known growing up burn in less than 5 years? 5 years. 40 years of building, 5 years to burn. Till it's unrecognizable and nobody cares anymore. We are at the point where people are just laughing because it's almost a joke now. It's just like, what? Fuck it. It's not our franchise, right? No one cares anymore. It's not for us. It's not for the kids. They don't give a shit about it anymore. I don't know who it's for. I don't know who they're making the new Star Wars for. Honestly, I don't, because my 13-year-old stepdaughter hates it. My 10-year-old stepson doesn't give a shit about it. My youngest brother is 21, and he doesn't give a shit about it. So, the female audience you did have loved the original. They loved Leia. They loved Mary Jade. They loved the characters that were in the books. You burned them as soon as you threw away the best stories you could have made for nothing. Congratulations, Lucasfilm. You have become the laughing stock of the movie industry. Hope you're happy. But all those fans out there, we're at a point where it's just on us now. We can't trust anything that came before that won't be infested with this cancer, and it's time that we create our own stuff. That's it. We literally can't trust big companies or anyone to take what we loved and try to do cool stuff with it, because they'll turn it into some identity political crap. Because Hollywood's infested with a bunch of fucking idiots who are only fucking dancing monkeys who don't know when to shut up. No one cares that you're not wearing makeup. No one cares you dancing in your fucking kitchen. Because the real people out there are working their asses off or trying to get back to work, while you just sit at home in your $1 million mansion and talk about how it feels like jail. Fuck off. All these political hacks sitting in their kitchen like, look at my couple $1,000 worth of ice cream I got in my fucking fridge, you stupid bitch. The best part about this thing that shall not be named is it's gonna burn these woke bullshit to the ground like that. It's just It will. Because it was already dying. We got so sick and tired of being preached to. We go to the movies not to be preached to. That's what church is for. You know how many people don't go to church because they're tired of getting preached to? You know, you attack Christians on campuses and stuff because you're like, stop preaching to me. If I want to hear you preach, I'll go to fucking church. Well, that's the same with Hollywood. If I want to hear your fucking opinion, I'll ask it. Until then, shut up. Do your job. Dance, you fucking monkey. And stop preaching to us about how damn we are. Fuck off. The only people who are racist are the Hollywood. Because it's all about how I can make myself look cool because all the little black people I got working for me. Look at me, I got 5 black people working on my set. Ha ha ha. What? No black person wants to be treated like that. They're not a number, they're a person. Treat them like a fucking individual. Something like, well, today I want a black writer because, well, it's black and it makes me look good. Is there no one left in Hollywood who's not sitting there listening to them go, yeah, you know, we need a black writer and I want an Asian woman to be the director and that's my demands. And someone's sitting there going, oh my God, are these people fucking kidding me? Like I would. I'd be sitting in Hollywood and going, did they just say that? Did you really just say you want a black writer? How about you research some black writers? Or how about you just look up the best fantasy writers out there and interview 20 of them? Say, hey, you 20 are some of the best known fantasy sci-fi writers. Come here if you're interested in making a Star Wars script. Pitch to me a Star Wars script. Have 20 of them show up. No cares if they're white, black, female, male, gay, straight, fucking trans. No one gives a shit. It's about the story. It's about the characters. That's what entertainment's about. But because you're a fucking pieces of shit and you want to virtue signal to your other pieces of shit about how virtuous you are, we get absolute garbage. Congratulations, Bob Iger. This is your legacy. Your legacy is taking things, buying them, and then burning them to the ground. And not only other franchises, but your own damn Disney. I don't think I've seen a good Disney movie since Frozen 1. I think that was the last decent Disney movie that I've seen. God, I don't even know. Moana was pretty good. But those are fucking cartoon movies. Nothing that they've done that's rehashed, resold, turned to live action has been any good. What happened to the Disney company that I knew when I was a kid? The one that had magic, who brought us, you know, fucking things that we could only imagine. It was great, and they were creatives, and they loved what they did. Now it's just a corporate shell who just wants to bankrupt everything. And I'm glad you're burning. Fuck you, Disney. I hope you lose so much more money before this ends. I hope Bob Iger's pants are literally burning from the money just pouring out his ass. And he's burning away. Because maybe it'll finally wake up the people at the head of Disney that you can't afford to have another bomb. You can't afford to have another Kathleen Kennedy get her hands on something great and burn it to the ground. You could before, because you had all that money. And you lost so much integrity and so much goodwill with the fans. You've lost the fans. The fans that had the goodwill of George Lucas, who were built up over generations, are gone. They maybe come back and see the Mando 2, season 2. Maybe. But the way that they're being treated online, the way the fans have been attacked constantly from Marvel, from DC, from creatives all over the spectrum, they're done. They're walking away. Congratulations. But to those out there who are like me, who just want to see something good, it's time we make it ourselves. And I'm hoping that the books that I'm writing will bring you joy. Shit is fucking bad. And alright, but I think they've talked long enough. But to those fans out there, true blue fans, you are the reason why this community is so great. You are the reason why that Disney created, what Walt Disney created was for you. Not for these fucking pieces of shit in Hollywood or the people at fucking Disney right now. It was for you, the fans, and the new people have destroyed what they built. That's their legacy. Bob Iger's legacy is, I bought tons of franchises and I burned them to the ground under the guise of Walt Disney's company. Congratulations. I hope you fucking swim in the fire. But fans out there, this is your friendly neighborhood bearded vet. Stay safe. Stay angry, as Doomcock says. Because without respecting us, without showing respect to the original creators, then they're done. Alright. Enjoy.